I bought this book in 1976. I won't tell you what age I was then. It's called Dead as Doornails, a memoir. And it's by Anthony Cronin, who died in 2017, just last year. And it's his recollections of a bohemian lifestyle he had in Dublin principally, London and France as well. His memoirs of his memories of Patrick Kavanagh, Brendan Brehon and Miles Nagopoline and others. Fascinating book, a really great read. The beer I have tonight is called Stony Grey, India Pale Ale, and it comes from County Monaghan. Brewed in Ireland by the Brehon Brewhouse, Dunelty, County Monaghan. So, with a name like Stony Grey, no prizes for guessing who I'm going to quote. Kavanagh's, Patrick Kavanagh, a description of his way that he conducted himself, possibly in the early 1950s when Cronin met him first. He was living at the time in Pembroke Road in Dublin 4. I'll have a drink of this first. This is a lovely beer. What strength is it? 6%. Okay. Kavanagh lived at this time on the first floor of a house in Pembroke Road, an open, airy, tree-lined Victorian thoroughfare, characterised as a jungle in one of his poems. The end of Baggas Street that runs into it had then 3 tolerable pubs, 1 bookmaker shop and a bookshop. This was his querencia. Here he prowled, newspapers under arm, eyes baleful behind horn-rimmed glasses, the enormous hands projecting behind each elbow, hat on head. Often as he walked, he talked to himself, or, scowling, muttered at the ground. In the local pubs, he was well known to all and sundry, and he conversed with everyone whether they would or no, but usually with their consent. For he had views and knowledge on every subject, the more trivial the better. Seldom can there have been such a small area so patrolled by genius. Every gurrier in Kilmartin's The Bookies, every dart-playing docker in Tommy Ryan's, every gin-drinking landlady or middle-class soak in the Waterloo Lounge was known to him. The girls in the shops and the students and typists who had flats in Pembroke Road he conversed with. Indeed, he held curious flirtations with many of them, which were none the less intense for being merely a matter of street corner conversation, often mystifying to the girls about matters ranging from their progress in examinations to the persecutions he suffered. A broad flight of steps led up to the hall door of the house in which he had his flat, and inside the window of the front room he had a driving mirror mounted so that it commanded a view of whoever was ringing the bell. It was a mark of intimacy to be admitted here, for whatever reason. And the first time I was invited back was to signalise almost symbolically our common status as outsiders in the company of the rich. We had been with the Cusacks and Patrick Swift after the annual exhibition of living art. Swift's 4 paintings had been the talking point of the show, and after a couple of hours drinking, Cusack asked him and his girl to dinner, but did not include Kavanagh or myself in the invitation. We were left, in fact, drinkless and hungry. So we walked back through the summer evening to the flat in Pembroke Road, where, as the sun flared outside the big uncurtained windows, he provided me with black tea and dry bread, and I saw for the first time the battered sofa, the old newspapers, books and yellowing typescripts scattered over the floor, the tea leaves in the bath, the mountain of ash that spilled out of the grate. I asked him rather stupidly, did he usually cook for himself? And he answered, I sometimes boil an egg in the teapot, if you call that cooking. Anthony Cronin's Memory of Patrick Kavanagh. Back to Stony Grey. Lovely beer. See you next time. Thanks for tuning in.